Lance Russell and Dave Brown, and son of a gun, we're right along ringside waiting for another big day on Championship Wrestling. Hi, David.
Opening match today. I tell you what, get ready for it, because Boy Tony is going to be in here, going to be going against Pat Tanaka.
Hey.
That one should be interesting. And
we remember last week, and I'll tell you, somebody who remembers it is Pat Tanaka.
You're right.
Boy.
Opening match. Maybe they'll get it settled here, right here in the ring today. A little bit later on, Bubba and Goliath will be here. They will also have Soul Train Jones teamed with Alan West. Alan, we saw for the first time a couple of weeks ago out of Zuma Beach, California. Mr. Rising Sun Shima and Tarzan Goto will be teamed up.
Back together again. You better believe it.
That tag team match coming up a little bit later on. And Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis will be here too.
Son of a gun, we got the makings of another good one right here. And I'll tell you what, I just can't hardly wait, so we're going to stop talking and get into that first match in just a moment. Pat Tanaka, Boy Tony, coming up on the other side. We'll be to it. One of my very favorite guys right here, Pat Tanaka. Here's a guy that really epitomizes walking soft and carrying a big stick. Partner, I am so delighted. Dave and I have been talking about this first match today. How'd this come about here on television?
Well, you know I have an arena match with Boy Tony.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't wait to get my hands on him. So I asked Eddie Marlin if I could have 10 minutes with Boy Tony so I could get my hands on him and just tear him to pieces.
Yeah, after all, what he did to you right here on television last week, and I'm glad that we've got a chance to see it back again today. So I know you've been thinking about this for a whole week.
Ooh, I'm ready. I'm going to take him tonight. I'm just going to take him in this ring and just tear him to pieces.
You know, we were talking about that, Pat, last week, and it's not so much the physical beating. You know, wrestling's a rough sport. But he came out here with one intention, and that was to humiliate you right here on television.
And he surely did it. But I tell you, humiliation is another day. And I'm going to get him now.
Okay, good luck to you, partner. We appreciate it. We're glad Eddie booked it right here for us so we could see it on television. Pat Tanaka. Is it loving in your eyes all the way? If I listen to your lies, would you say I'm a man without conviction? I'm a man who doesn't know how to feel. Reed, what is this stuff out here, Bruno?
Now, Lance Russell, let me tell you something. I'm sorry. We really wanted a match with just pencil that geek in here.
Now, come on. What is this on the crutches?
Would you just listen to me for a second? We really wanted a match with this bum, this punk. But see, we got an unfortunate accident. Let me tell you what happened. Boy Tony was at one of the gyms around here, one of the health spas around here in this area, see? You know, working on that beautiful body of his.
Boy Tony was
let me tell you can I just tell you the story?
Right,
Would you just pipe down? First, he was doing the bench press, okay? He was doing 300, 400, 500 pounds. I mean, he was really firing it up, okay? Then he went to the squats, 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds. He was squatting. Then he was curling. He got up to about 350 pounds. I mean, he was firing it up. He was bulging. That body was looking fantastic, baby. All set for Pat Tanaka. Then he was on his way to the shower, see? He was on his way to the shower. This is more or less an afterthought. I says, Tony, how about jump on this exercise bike here, huh? I said, jump on this exercise bike, do a little bit of row work, as it were. So he's pedaling and he's pedaling and he's pumping. And you know what happened, Lance Russell? 70 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour. He was going on that bike. And the chain broke. The chain broke on the exercise bike. Snap! Snap on the ankle. Hurt his ankle. Now he can't. Show him your ankle, boy.
What?
Look at this. Look at that ankle.
Well, it is.
How am I going to be out?
It is.
I don't have no idea how long he's going to be out. He can't wrestle.
He can't wrestle is what you're telling me.
He can't wrestle. As much as we'd like to get in there and show this pencil neck geek a little bit about wrestling, he thinks just because he has hair 2 feet long and a funny tights that he's a wrestler. Well, he's not. We were going to show him what a real man and a real wrestler and a real downtown connection is all about, see. But this freaking nature happened now. We can't do it. I'm sorry.
All of that story, what you're telling me is Tony is not going to get in the ring with Pat Tanaka.
How can he? Look at the ankle. How can he, Lance Russell? How can he, Lance Russell? There's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry, Lance Russell.
Oh, I'll bet.
We're going to go. Hey, I'm sorry, but we're going to get him now.
Well, best of health, Tony.
Oh, no. That's a good story. That's a good story, boy, Tony. Oh, but the only Jim you've ever seen is maybe Jim Beam. That's about it. Who do you think you're talking to? This is your Lord and Master, Tanaka, and don't you forget it. This man's going to show you a wrestler is. The only reason he ain't getting in the ring with you today, Tanaka, is because of his ankle. And I think you had something to do with that bicycle chain snapping, because that's why. Hey, wait a minute. You ain't going to Hey, you ain't going
Come on. I knew from you, Bruno. All a big story. All a big story. Come out here, you're afraid to get in the ring with him. Come on, Tony. You didn't have the guts to get up in the ring with him. Oh, real funny. Putting a dress on Pat Tanaka. Hey, come on. Bruno, will you quit that and get that thing? Tony. Yeah, I see your ankle got well all of a sudden.
Now look at this bum.
Yeah,
Look at the bum, Lance Russell.
What about the bad ankle? You're afraid to get in the ring with him.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. This is nothing compared to the next time I get him in the ring.
He hit him right in the throat with that crutch. All he was trying to do was avoid getting in the ring with him right there. Hey, man, I am sorry. Yeah, he put a dress on you. He put the dress on you, Pat. Okay. Well, you better get him in the back there where caught him in the throat with that.
You know, boy, Tony's been making a fool out of me for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this has come to an end now. When I get my hands on him, I swear I'm going to tell him.
Okay, we're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, still some more action coming up here on Championship Wrestling. Action, what about Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum? We're talking about a return match with the World Heavyweight Champion Nick Bockwinkel and Jerry the King Lawler against Austin Idol, Tommy Rich, but this time, no stopping the match, Jerry.
That's right, Lance. Nothing was settled last week. It's all still up in the air. But that's going to come to a screeching halt this Wednesday night in Evansville, Indiana. Because, you see, I'm not going to stand out here and tell you, Lance, that this man and I are best of friends. It feels real funny standing on an interview with the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Bockwinkel, and him being my partner. Because I don't like him, really, and he don't really like me. But I'll tell you what we are. We are two professional athletes that have a world of respect for each other. Because I know this man. And I know that what he says he'll do, he will do, or he'll die trying. And what he said he's going to do is watch my back while I take care of one of you jerks. And then he's going to hand the other one over to me on a silver platter. So Austin Idol and Tommy Rich, it got a little out of hand last week, didn't it? Because, you see, I'm sure you came there thinking the King is not going to be 100%. What we did to the King surely has taken its toll, and he's not going to be able to face us. But you found out different. And it got a little rough, so rough, in fact, that the referee had to stop the match. Well, that's not going to happen this week because the stipulations say that your match can't be stopped. So, Idol, you and Rich, come on down there, brother. Because the King is still alive and kicking. And Wednesday night, the kicking's going to start again, and it ain't going to stop until I finish what I started last week.
Well, I might have to differ with you, Jerry Lawler, on one point. I might not just be watching your back, Because if you do get rid of one of them and take care of one of them, by the time you turn around, I want you to know the other one might be in such bad shape. Because you see, throughout the wrestling world, whoever takes care of Mr. Idle and Mr. Rich will get another mark on their star. The world's champion doesn't go in for causes, but this is one that's going to take and have some merit, and I'll be there.
Yeah, the action will be getting underway here in just a moment as we've got Big Bubba and Goliath. And here is Downtown Bruno back again. Oh,
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. Let me tell you something.
You will.
I am sick and tired of Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. I'm sick and tired of both of them. These two little skinny geeks, you know what I'm talking about, have no right to be running around with them 20 pounds of gold. They have no right to be the AWA Southern Tag Team Champions. No. They're the paper champions. You know what they are? They're a glass tiger, baby. They look good, but when you hit it too hard, they break. See, right here is your new AWA Southern Tag Team Champions. It's just a technicality of winning the match, you know what I mean, in the ring. But right now, you may as well call these guys champion. Let me tell you something. We wanted to get in the ring with those two. And we just wanted to beat him, you understand? We didn't want to hurt him, make him suffer. That's like child abuse, know what I'm saying? These two little skinny geeks. I mean, Jeff Jarrett's smaller than I am. And Billy Travis, he ain't even as tough as Emily Arthur, and she ain't nothing, as we all know. So the point, hey. So we were trying to be nice, but then they started with the tactics. Putting the cake in the face, telling these punks to call me a weasel, calling these two names, cheating. They got Eddie Marlin, Jerry Jarrett, Frank Morrell, Jerry Calhoun, everybody else on their side. All it is a bunch of biased garbage, see? Bias, see? We got no chance in there if we play on their game, see? So we use our own rules. So this is going to be your new champions. And now, not only are we going to take Jarrett and Travis and take their titles and hurt them, but I'm going to tell you something, people. I want to tell everybody something. I want to tell you something, Lance Russell. We're going to take these punks and we're going to break their face. Not just their arm, not just their leg, not just their back, not just their neck, their face. Because all these ugly women, all these ugly girls, all these bubblegum chewing Mickey Mouse wearing girls love Jeff Jarrett's face and his hair. And same with Billy Travis. But we're going to show them what happens, see? We're going to bust their face. We're going to bust their heads. They're going to be ugly, like you, baby. Okay. The new champions right here. The Downtown Connection. The Mighty Goliath, Big Bubba, and Downtown
Bruno. Wait until they have the match, okay? Speaking of matches, you've got one right up.
Well, we're ready, baby. Always ready, all the time.
Okay. Well, Downtown Bruno. Big Bubba and Goliath.
Gig.
Got a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match coming up here. Introducing at a total weight of 490 pounds out of Arkansas, the Freezer, William Thompson, and his partner out of Jackson, Mississippi, Ron Nation. Total weight 821 pounds on the other side of the ring. It's Big Bubba and Goliath, and at the table, Downtown Bruno.
Yeah, let me tell you something. See, this guy in here, you know, see, this ain't the refrigerator man he's dealing with. This is deep freeze, baby. This is deep freeze. We're talking about the Downtown Connection. Ain't no fat black man who thinks he's William the Refrigerator Perry going to do nothing to the deep freeze. That's what I'm going to call the Downtown Connection today, the deep freeze. Because this guy thinks he'd be bad, but he ain't nothing. You know what he reminds me of? A fat buckwheat. A fat buckwheat. All he needs is ribbons in his hair, and he can walk around, you know, saying, hey, alfalfa, he's spanking.
Okay, Bruno, enough of that. Referee Jim Jamison today with Goliath in there against the Freezer, huh?
I thought his name was Jim Jamison, or am I wrong?
That's what I said, Jim Jamison.
You said Jeff Jamison, Russell. He said Jeff Jamison. You tell him, Dave.
Well, I could see that there's something.
Jim. Take my word for it.
I could see there's some things wrong with you. I didn't know you were bad hearing either.
Hey, Freezer, you been milked today, you big sucker! Yeah. He reminds me of most of the women down here.
All right, went around behind Goliath, hooked him with that waist lock.
Not for long, baby. Not for long. Not for long, baby. Now we got the tag, baby. Now we got Big Bubba. Now we got another brute in there. A massive hulking brute, MHB from the DTC. He's going to go in there. This fat slob thinks he's going to match strength with Big Bubba. Come on. It's like taking candy from a little baby. Look at that. See how Bubba talks to his opponent, psychs him out, shows him what wrestling's all about. Look at his punk, he's shaking like a bowl of jello.
Big Bubba, William Thompson, the freezer, in there, testing a little strength between the two, and
a little strength is right, because that's what the freezer got, a little strength. Hey, he is a strong guy, but body odor ain't everything. Body odor ain't everything.
Bubba down on the mat while you're doing all
Whoa, he's pulling a tight. Come on, ref, he's yanking it tight.
You got the same angle we had, and you know doggone well he hooked his arm, took him over and down.
He's pulling the tight. He's pulling the tight. Now you're seeing a winner. Now you're seeing a thoroughbred. Now you're seeing a thoroughbred last wrestle.
Big Bubba makes the tag on Goliath.
And here comes another thoroughbred in and beat on the Clydesdale. I only wish that they would let, I'd like to advise my Downtown Connection, if they can hear me, to let the other punk tag in so they can show him a little bit about professional wrestling. I seem to remember this guy looks like he had red and purple tattoos all over his body, but we won't get into that. But you know what I'm talking about, Larry.
Yeah, I know. When Tojo Yamamoto took that kendo stick and nobody beat him in the ring. They just beat him with a stick.
Hey. Tojo Yamamoto made a real fool out of that other goofball. And here he comes. I only wish Tojo was out here now with his kendo stick to show this guy a thing or two. I would love to see this guy walking around looking like a zebra again.
Ronnie Nations gets greeted by Big Bubba.
I think Ronnie wishes he was in another nation. I think Ronnie wishes he was over in Samoa. I think Ronnie wishes he was in Fiji. I think Ronnie wishes he was anywhere but in the square circle with the Downtown Connection. This match is so easy. I don't even have to be a ringside advising my guys. I can come over here and give you the insight of my guiding light, baby. Because I'm going to be your guiding light, Lance Russell. I'm going to be your guiding light.
Well, it must be like a magnet. Bruno sees a microphone, and he's drawn right to it.
I get misty. See that? See, I get misty. I want to cry when I see a poor guy like this that thinks he's a professional wrestler. Comes in here with delusions of adequacy, stepping into the Downtown Connection. And look at this guy. Pretty soon we're going to be digging this guy up. He's going to be down saying hello to all our Oriental friends in China because we're going to slam him so far into the dirt. He's going to be coming out the other side of the nation. Nation, you get it? The nation.
Yeah.
The nation. The nation. Where do we get this referee at? Salvation Army? Come on.
Where do we get this manager at? That's what I want to know. Goliath. Oh, he ripped him apart with that.
I ain't got to dress nice. I don't like to dress nice. I just like to dress casual because I'm not what you call high class, uppity up. I came off the street. See, I can just come out here, dress casual. But see, I let my boys do the talking. I let my mouth do the talking. I let the square circle do the talking. I don't need to come out here all flashy and all shiny. See, I just like to dress casual. I don't need to dress up. I spent about $9 in my wardrobe, but I got about $90 million worth of talent in that ring, along with Boy Tony. He's somewhere right now combing his beautiful hair. See,
little tight suplex snapped over by Big Bubba.
Who's the Bulldog? That's what I want to know. Oh, yeah, baby.
You know, the thing I can't figure out, there's no question there's a lot of talent, size, and strength on your side up there, Bruno. Why in the world do you have to use the tactics you use?
Because it's fun. We get bored. We get bored, Lance Russell. Because look at this competition. See, you got guys like this. You got guys like the Freeze. You got guys like Jerry Lawler. You got guys like Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis. It gets boring after a while. See, what we want to do is get all the titles. After we win them, nobody can beat us for them titles. So we're just going to polish them up. Maybe give them to some of our female friends. Let them polish them up. And then maybe we'll have to go around beating up on each other, Lance Russell. So we like to have an open challenge right now with anybody that wrestles, boxes, plays football, fights, plays checkers. You want the Downtown Connection? Sign your name.
2, 3.
3, baby. That's the way it is. The party's over.
Well, you got that right. It was a party on only one side of the ring, too, as Bubba and Goliath just proved absolutely overwhelming for the freezer, William Thompson, and for Ronnie Nations. Ronnie was the one that took the final brunt of it in there. How was the time on it, David?
Time was 5 minutes, 38 seconds, and the freezer gave him a go early, but they turned the tide when Big Bubba raked him across the eyes, and from there, it was all Bruno and Goliath. Or rather, Bubba and Goliath.
Winners,
Bruno over here.
Bruno, yeah, Bruno was over here wearing our ears out and everybody else's. We'll take time out. Be back in just a moment.
Been waiting to give you this
entire card coming up in Evansville, because, brother, I'll tell you, it is a dandy Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. 6 matches on the card. The Patriot will be opening up with the Hunter, who will have alongside Bambi. And then you're going to be seeing a match where the loser models a dress. Pat Tanaka with vengeance in his eye against Boy Tony. Baseball bat on top of a pole. You're going to be seeing Paul Diamond, Jonathan Boyd in a mean match, my friend. Southern Tag Team title. Listen to this. No disqualification. Jeff and Billy will be defending against Big Bubba and the mighty Goliath for those Southern Tag titles. International Tag title match when Tarzan Goto and Mr. Rising Sun Shima will defend against Soul Train Jones and Alan West. And that doggone knocked out main event when the King returns with the World Heavyweight Champion Nick Bockwinkel as partner going against Idle and Rich. All of that Wednesday night. Okay, we're going to be ready for action in the ring here coming up in just a moment. Should be a good one as Soul Train will be teaming with Alan West to go against the Headhunters. Also, Jeff and Billy will be on a little bit later in the program, and that should be an interesting match to say the very least. We're waiting right now if we can get him out here. Soul Train Jones, the International Heavyweight Champion. Soul Train, where are ya? The man, and right behind him is Alan West, a new youngster who is a big fella himself, 250 pounds of him from Zuma Beach. Soul Train out of Pittsburgh carrying that international heavyweight championship belt with him. Soul Train has got a defense coming up in the future. And how you doing, partner? Glad to see you. Alan, we're glad to have you. Where are you? There you are. Glad to have you out here.
All of my friends out there.
Yes, sir. You got a lot of them, too.
Oh, I love them all, every one of them.
I said a little bit earlier in the program that Soul Train, you have been doing a magnificent job of defending that international title, and it keeps on. As long as you got it, somebody's going to challenge you for it.
And every time I go to defend it, I'll be there. I want the best to come on. But one thing I want to say, Lance, is about them 2 low-lifted dogs, Rich and Idle. What they did to my friend, the King, is impeccable. They're really low-lifted dogs. And anytime they go against the King, I'm going to try my best to be there to help them out, if possible.
You know that he is going to be looking forward to getting back at them, too. Going to be an interesting thing to see when it happens.
Oh, yeah. The King going to do something real mean to him, like beat him up unmercifully.
Okay, you guys got some action coming up here in the ring, and we're looking forward to seeing you in there. Alan, we haven't seen that much of you, but by golly, you've been looking good yourself, partner.
Thank you very much, Lance. You know, I've only been in this area about 2 weeks. There's been a lot of top-of-the-line competition in this area. And when I speak of top of the line, I'm speaking of Jerry Lawler. See, Jerry Lawler had a little mishap.
Yeah, I think we
saw it on
that.
I didn't see it in person. I saw it on the video machine just a little while ago, like everyone else did. And all I can say is, Rich and Idle, bunch of scum of the earth.
Okay, you guys hit the ring, and we'll watch you in action. Train, continued good success.
Oh,
all right.
Have mercy.
Okay, David, we're about ready to go. Referee's up in the ring, and we'll have some competition in there in just a moment.
Going to be tag team action coming up here. Soul Train Jones, he's out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His partner, Alan West, from Zuma Beach, California. They weigh in at 493 pounds. Stepping up to the ring right now, their opponents, the Headhunters, out of Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Roberson and Mike James. Jim Jameson, the referee. This will be 1 fall, 10-minute time limit match. And let's see. Well, the Headhunters both in the ring. Now Soul Train and Alan West both in the ring. Try to get it down on one to a side, and we'll be set to go here.
Keith Roberson having some comments with the crowd out there. He's not calling them weasels, he's calling them cockroaches. Are you ready? Bell time, here we go.
It is Keith Roberson starting against Soul Train Jones. Roberson shoved back by Soul Train. Soul Train goes for the side headlock. Winds up on it a bit. Roberson forces him into the ropes, across the way. Going to plant the boot. Soul Train catches it, spins him around with a half spin, and then Kind of half knee drops him. Headlock again by Soul Train Jones. Soul Train with a shoulder butt. Keith Roberson hits the mat. Soul Train leaps over, sets, drop kicks. Soul Train Jones with a bar on the left arm of Keith Roberson. Been all Soul Train so far in the match. Here's a tag, and 250-pounder Alan West out of Zuma Beach, California, takes over the battle against Roberson. Big backdrop by Alan West. Roberson quickly on his feet. West takes him right back down to the mat. Hangs onto the left arm. He's got a bar on it. A little extra pressure. Hammers the upper arm. West takes him down, but into the ropes. Roberson rolls under the ropes, and that'll break that up. Alan West waiting for him in the ring. James and Roberson, the Headhunters, with a bit of a conference down here while Roberson was out of the ring. Mike must have said, hey, tag me, I can take this guy. He comes in with a boot to the midsection and right hands flying. Calls for the knee, and into the knee goes the head of Alan West. West rammed into the turnbuckles, but he caught James with an elbow as he was coming in there after him. Body slam by West, and Mike James running into trouble here almost immediately. So he'd been watching in the corner for a couple of minutes, and I guess he figured he had a game plan figured out, but it hasn't worked out so far. Soul Train and Alan West both let him have it with the upper arm. Alan West steps out through the ropes. The tag had been made on Soul Train. Soul Train with a body slam. Mike James hits the mat hard. 3 minutes gone. 10 minutes, the overall time limit of the match. Soul Train again, dumps him over the back. Snaps him back. 1, 2, 3, he got him. Soul Train Jones with that snap side suplex put down the Headhunter Mike James, so it's going to be a victory for Soul Train Jones and Alan West. The time on it, 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Soul Train and Alan West victorious here as a tag team. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment.
Okay, Garmen and Trailer, Jerry and Bennie will be out here, and boy, will they have their hands full, but that's nothing unusual. They're used to tough opponents as they hit the ring right now. They will be going against Mr. Rising Sun Shima and his partner Tarzan Goto. You know them. They are the international tag champions as they have regained the belts, and I think we're about ready for the official introductions. Davey?
All right, this match is going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing both out of Mississippi at a total of 423 pounds, Jerry Garmen and Bennie Trailer, going against them at a total weight of 450 pounds. Both from Tokyo, Japan, Tarzan Goto and Mr. Rising Sun Shima. Tojo Yamamoto, their manager, in the corner. They hand the Japanese flag out of the ring. Jim Jameson is going to be the referee for this one fall, 10-minute time limit match.
Yeah. No, we're not. I don't have any intentions of it, Tojo. Come on, now, just let us watch the match and do our job. Yamamoto waving around the Japanese Rising Sun flag. Speaking of Rising Sun, Mr. Rising, hey, come on, Tojo, will you please leave us alone? Now, we don't want to get in any argument over here about it. We're trying to watch the match up here now.
Hey, what I hear? Everybody said the king is coming back, or what? I thought, in my opinion, the king was dead. Why he want to come back? He want to get more? My protege, Tommy Reed's going to fix him up, and for sure, this time he's going to cripple him.
You sound like Idle and Rich. They thought he was dead, too, but he's a long way from dead.
He's not alive. Only his shadow is dead. His only shadow alive. You understand? And also, my new rising sun is back. You know what I mean? My new rising sun, Shima. You understand?
He told me to call him Shima. I understand that.
Because I tell you what, this rising sun is the Japanese signal of the rising sun, just like a rising sun flag. You understand? And Mr. Shima, I want you to call the rising sun Mr. Shima.
So that's an honorable name, Rising Sun Mr. Shima.
That's right.
Okay, well, I think we got that straight, I hope. Okay, Dave, back to the action.
Yeah, well, Mr. Rising Sun Shima, honorable name and all, and Tarzan Goto have really been working on Bennie trailer. Tag is made, and Jerry Garmen comes in with a good drop kick, puts Tarzan Goto down to the mat. Oh, he misses. He missed with that drop kick by a foot. No pun intended. He was 12 inches away from hitting him.
I kind of liked it myself.
Tarzan Goto is going to seize that opportunity. Let me tell you, he does. Jerry Garmen out of the ring, down on the floor. Look out, Tojo with a kendo stick.
Come on. Hey, Jim, watch this guy with this kendo stick down there. Good night. You can't even get around the ring without Yamamoto swinging that kendo stick.
Garmen back in there against Shima.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, there's no question that Goto and Shima are everything that we have said in terms of a world-class team. We don't like the tactics that they use, and again, here's a case where they can both go, but they choose to do things like choke, like they just did Jerry Garmen. No excuse in it.
None at all. No need for it. I mean, they're in control anyway. Why do that? And why do that? Tojo with a kendo stick.
Yep.
Pops him right in the top of the head. Just, he was there, and he hit him. There's Tojo, left of the screen.
International Tag Champs. This obviously is a non-title bout. It's a one-fall, 10-minute one. Yes, Tojo. Yeah,
Nick Bockwinkel.
That's Tarzan Goto. He's going for the throat. Come on, break him up, Jimmy. And he got him back. Yamamoto rips him with a kendo. Shima over, going for the chokehold again. Goto stays in there with him.
Goto's set, and he just popped him with that chop across the shoulder. Mr. Rising Sun Shima back in. We're now 4 minutes right now into the action. 4 minutes gone. Bennie trailer really taking a beating here. Shima up on the middle rope. Oh, down across the back. Garmen trying to, or trailer rather, trying to make it over to Garmen in the corner. Bennie hooks him.
Yeah.
Got him down. Counts at 1, 2. And that's all he can get is a 2 count out of it. Nice move by Bennie.
Made Shima mad, too, man. He thought it was all so easy, and Bennie got him, hooked him into that cradle. Drops an elbow on Goto. Covers.
Goto with the boot. He wraps up that left arm. Chops it. Bennie near the corner, makes the tag. Jerry Garmen will be coming back in.
Big elbow.
Yeah, nice one. He wants a count. Count him quick, he said. 1 count's all he got. Tarzan Goto. Oh, did he pop him down to the mat. He hit him with a chop.
You're doing all the talking, Tojo. Who needs to speak up when you're talking all the time?
Tojo wanting us to praise Rising Sun Shima a little bit more.
Mr. Rising Sun Shima delivering right hand to the head of Jerry Garmen.
Trailer takes the tag. Bennie has to face Shima.
As soon as they get an advantage on Shima, man, it makes him mad, and he just comes roaring back, and he is pounding the stew out of Bennie. Goes for the choke. While Tojo is distracting referee Jim Jameson.
Tojo with a stick again. The Japanese team really starting to run wild here now. Bennie Trailer, they're jumping up and down on his head. Using the chops. Tarzan Goto. Got him over on the ropes, using the middle rope to choke him. Referee backs him away. Look out, Tojo hits him with that stick a couple of times.
Ooh, boy, that just makes you so mad. Look at him laughing about it.
Yeah, Tojo's smiling. I love it, he says. I'm sure he does. Bennie reaching for the tag. He missed. He didn't get the tag on Jerry Garmen.
We said it earlier, but it's true. Garmen and Trailer are never in there except with the toughest guys in the business.
That's right.
They're a doggone good team themselves. And they just have the thing of being against some of the toughest wrestlers around. And
well, you got to remember, even though it's a non-title match today, they are going against right now the International Tag Champions.
Correct.
Right in the top of the head. Had the fist doubled up. There you go.
Ooh, yes.
Wow.
Dropped him straight down. That's going to be it.
Boy, what a move that was. It looked like he was going to go for a pile driver.
It really did, yeah.
But the referee was warning him about that, and he just drove him straight down to the mat. It wasn't a pile driver. He just held him out in front of him, dropped him to the mat, held the shoulders there, and the referee counts 3. 7 minutes.
We see your new Rising Sun, Shima. They ended up in 7:52 with a victory over the team of Jerry Garmen and Bennie Trailer. Good action while it was going. There was never, I'm not going to say there wasn't any question that Garmen and Trailer weren't in it. But, of course, the big favorites being Shima and Goto, and they lived up to their billing. We'll take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night, son of a gun, what a night it's going to be. We got that final match with Lawler and Bockwinkel going against Idle and Rich. More on that in a moment. But we've got an international tag match where Tarzan Goto and Mr. Rising Sun Shima will be defending against Soul Train Jones and Alan West. Well,
yes,
you got
my international boys, he's going against the Soul Train, the Baboon Leaf Soul Train, and then the CC5 wrestler Alan West. We're going to beat them, and we're going to beat them bad. We're going to show them the Japanese-style medicine.
We're going to find that out. By golly, I'll tell you, when you get to that main event, Austin Idle, Tommy Rich against Jerry Lawler, Nick Bockwinkel. Listen to Idle and Rich.
Wildfire, Jerry the Joke Lawler. Because who are you going to hide behind now? He's went and got Nick Bockwinkel, World's Heavyweight Champion, big stud. Because you see, you can't hide behind Austin Idle. You can't hide behind the former National Wrestling Alliance World's Heavyweight Champion. You can't hide behind Jimmy Valiant. You can't hide behind Bill Dundee. You know why? Because you turn your back on all of them. So trust Nick Bockwinkel. Trust Nick Bockwinkel, because you know what he's all about. He's money hungry. He's an egotistical maniac, Lawler. And if you put your marbles in his bag, Jack, then you're making a big mistake. But I can promise you one thing, that on Wednesday night, Wildfire Rich and I have already devised a way to take you out. Seriously, Wednesday night, it don't matter. You know, first of all, you know, Lawler sent 2 black boys to do the job. Now that he's went and got Nick Bockwinkel, AWA World Heavyweight Champion. You know what we're talking about, North and South. Austin Idol and myself, we are homeboys. How far can you trust a Yankee? Nick Bockwinkel, World Heavyweight Champion, tough man. Lawler, how far can you trust him? We're going to put you out of wrestling.
Yes. What a killer of a match. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, man, you have got to be there with us.
Notorious.
Oh, yeah. I know what that means. We're talking about the Southern Tag Champion. Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis, and here they come. We're going to see him in action in the ring in just a moment. Oh, I'm so proud of these guys. How you doing? Looking good, fellas. We were just saying.
Match is signed.
Oh, signed indeed. There's no question about that.
That's right, Lance. The big match is coming up, you know. Jerry Lawler's been off 3 or 4 weeks, and the time has come now. He's got the match signed, Nick Bockwinkel and Jerry Lawler against Tommy Rich and Austin Idol. I'd pay a ticket to see that match. It's going to be a fight. And I guarantee you, Jerry Lawler, the time has come. Payback is going to be there.
Woo. Hey, you know, I talked to Jerry about his partner, Bockwinkel, and I think Jerry has got an attitude that he's got to have when you're going against Idol and Rich in there. He's saying, you know, Nick and I'm not professing that we're old great buddies or anything like that, but here's a guy that can get the job done. Exactly. And when you get in there with Idol and Rich, you better have somebody you can depend on.
You better believe it, Lance. Like he said, they're not friends, but they're as tough as he comes. Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah.
Lance, we got a match.
Hey, I know you got one.
This week, it's no disqualification. There is a time limit, but no disqualification. The belt can only change hands if there's a pin of 1, 2, 3. And I guarantee you, myself and Billy, we're not going to get beat by you, Bruno. You're 2 big guys. You think you're real big and bad. I brought a chair in the ring last week, and I showed you what I can do with it. If it takes that this week, me and Billy bring a chair, a chain. It don't matter, guys. You just show up, and we're going to hold on to these belts. And that's a promise, Bruno.
How's that going to affect your strategy, Billy, the no disqualification? You know what they're capable of doing, and I assume that you guys are going to have to be ready for it.
You know, Lance, they didn't ask for the match. We asked for the match. You remember the last thing you seen on the tape? They were running. We were chasing with chairs. Well, this time, we got you in a match coming up, brother. Let me tell you something. Bring your chairs, because we're going to bring ours. And we're going to keep these belts, because we worked hard to get them, and we're going to keep them right here.
Good luck to you guys. Hey, you got a match coming up here, and we want to see it, so let's get to the ring. David?
All right. Expiration of time match right here. Climbing up on the ring at this moment, Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. Total weight 428 pounds. Jeff, I think you know, out of Nashville, Tennessee. Billy Travis out of Lexington, Kentucky. What is this? A manager for the Grapplers, and that manager none other than Downtown Bruno. The team of the Grapplers under the mask. They weigh in at a total of 431 pounds. Are out of parts unknown.
What are you doing out here? You don't manage the Grapplers.
Bring the gong, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Bring the gong so I can... Hey, get out. Don't be coming off on me. I ain't doing nothing to you. I'm just sitting there talking to Lance Russell.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, we're about...
the gong, baby. All right. Let me tell you something. Don't even bother notching nobody. Nobody means nothing here. Let me tell you something. I don't appreciate this here. You call this a title match? This is an...
No, it isn't a title match. It's a non-title match.
Okay. Well, somebody told me it was a title match. I feel a little bit better now, but I'm still disgusted. This should be Bubba and Goliath and Downtown Bruno. Not these 2. What's the deal here? Why is it? Why is it these 2 guys, these 2 anonymous, generic wrestlers, get to come out here and get a match with Billy Travis and Jeff Jarrett? Hey, why do we have to wait?
I know you've got a match signed, Bubba and Goliath, against these guys coming up, and it's going to be a no disqualification match. So what are you griping about?
Because we don't want to wait. We want them now. We don't care if it's in a parking lot or in the street or in a brand new arena. We don't care if it's in New Jersey. We don't care nothing. Why is it that these 2 punks get a match here on TV? Why can't we get a match on TV? So not only can we humiliate them in front of 22,000 people in an arena, but in front of 22 million, 22 billion people here on nationwide television. Why is it, Lance Russell? Why do these 2 guys out here in sweatshirts get a match here with them on TV? Why is it? You tell Hey, you're the man around here.
Hey, listen, the match is made. It's underway, and it's a pretty good match so far. So why don't you quit griping and complaining?
Griping and complaining. Where's the good griping and complaining? Where's the good griping? All you do is gripe and complain. Every time I walk out here, I'm the only thing that has class, this little table here. You and Dave Brown can't do nothing. 20 years you sat out here like two goofballs. You think you're something. All of a sudden, Downtown Bruno comes here, has a little bit of class to show, and you get upset because I have stages, see? I have stages. This is a mismatch. I will give credit where credit is due. Travis and Jarrett are good wrestlers. They're a good tag team, but they're no match for the Downtown Connection, see? That's why they're in here with these two bums instead of with the Downtown Connection or with Boy Tony or myself, whatever. You see what I'm saying?
I'd have to be boring and repetitious, but I'm going to do it anyhow. They happen to be the champions also while you're at it.
Hey. That's for now. Fame is a fleeting thing, Lance Russell. That's for now. Pretty soon the only belts they're going to have is the ones that are going to hold up their fans, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, look at this double team down. When we double team somebody, everybody boos.
Well, they had a job to do, and they did it very well. Dave, what was the time on that?
Time on it was 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Jeff and Billy get the win.
You beat up somebody that's nothing. Why don't you take all that Downtown Connection, huh?
Why don't you go jump in the ring, and then that would be fun.
Don't tell me what to do.
We'll even cancel a commercial to see that right there. Winners, Jeff and Billy. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just one moment.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, we're back to the ring, and we're ready to go with the second fall of action between Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis going against the Grapplers.
I wish Jeff and Billy had a mask on. I think that would make their appearance a heck of a lot better, Lance. I think you and Dave Brown should have a mask on, too. I think Jerry Lawler should have a mask. I think they should give a mask to all these ugly-looking women in the audience, all these ugly-looking hillbilly men. In fact, I think just about everybody except for me and Goliath, Big Bubba, Boy Tony. I think just about everybody else should have a mask on.
I think Bruno must be in the mask-making business or something. He wants everybody with a mask.
Baby, I'm in a wrestling business. 8 long years, Jack.
Well, that too may pass.
Don't give me none of that, baby. Don't give me none of that. Oh, my.
Billy Travis, big backdrop off the ropes on the Grappler number 2.
On the nobody. Just call him nobody. That's what he is, the nobody. That's you got 2 nobodies against 2 wannabe somebodies. Well, right now they do with the AWA Southern Tag Team Champions, but not for long, baby.
Thank you for admitting that.
Hey, I will admit it. I will even give the devil his due, but not for long, Lance. You know what I'm saying? Not for long. Because what we got here is they're beating non-entities. They're beating 2 generic guys that are ashamed to even show their face. That's why they're in there. They're even ashamed to show their face, so they mustn't be too good. So Travis and Jarrett are even afraid to wrestle guys like this. Look at the double teaming, the cheating tactics. I mean, come on, Lance Russell. Why ain't they in there with the Downtown Connection, Big Bubba and Goliath? I mean, let's be realistic now. Here's 2 guys that got destroyed by the RPMs, got destroyed by Sato and Goto, got destroyed by the Sheephunters. In fact, they could even be destroyed by Dave Brown and Lance Russell. Heck, I'll tell you what, I could get in there and beat them both one by one, single-handed. I could be the Southern Tag Team Champions all by myself. They could call me Downtown Bruno, the Tag Team Champion by himself. Downtown could have a belt, and Bruno could have a belt. You know what I mean? I'd give him so many rights.
Don't you ever stop.
No, not much, Lance Russell.
Boy, you got that right.
Will go down there. Boom. You know what I mean?
Jeff Jarrett, nice slam down.
I get misty. What are they calling?
Caught him what?
They're going to wipe off the blood. I mean, come on. I'll give credit, see, if Jarrett and Travis weren't a top-rated tag team, they wouldn't be the champions. I'm not saying that they're better than Bubba or Goliath or any other tag team for that matter, but they're certainly better than these 2. And that's why these 2 brought the top, because they're going to have to wipe the blood off their mask. I mean, let's be realistic now.
Okay, we got about a minute's worth of time left in action here, and our expiration of time will be coming out.
I just figured out who these mask guys are, Lance Russell.
Oh, really? Who's that,
That's
bro?
Jerry Lawler and Nick Bockwinkel. I could tell by the wrestling stuff. That's Jerry Lawler and Nick Bockwinkel. I just figured it out.
Very funny. Goodness gracious.
I don't like that. I shouldn't give up them secrets.
No, you shouldn't have revealed that, Bruno.
I shouldn't have revealed it, but what the heck, right?
Believe me, we would have never known.
Only go around once. Lance Russell, Jerry Lawler, are you a happy person? I'm a happy person. Moonlight.
Time running out as we're down. down inside the 1-minute mark, and Jarrett with a big elbow. In comes Billy Travis. We're going to have to call it quits here as our time is running out with Jeff and Billy going against the Grapplers. Drops down 1, 2. He got in. That is all she wrote for the second fall, and the heavily favored Southern Tag champs do what they were expected to do. They took the Grapplers in 2 straight falls.
3 minutes, 31 seconds the time on that second fall. It was all Jeff and Billy right there as they got the victory.
Okie doke, Dave. I think our time is running down, and we do want to mention the fact that we were scheduled to have Pat Tanaka and Boy Tony in action here, and Tony comes out with that phony busted up ankle routine, nails Tanaka with a crutch and all. Anyhow, we're sorry we didn't have that match because we were really looking forward to it. So we must take the time right now to tell you that our time is up. We'll be back again next week with some more of championship wrestling action. We'll try to bring you some highlights of some of the great action bouts around the territory during the week. And until we see you at that time, we would like to say, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.